Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi and hello to all of my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. Let's get that scorching hot, bubbling patty tea out. If you like it cold, hold the ice. Hold the ICE until this hot mess of political, racist, bigoted, just politics. Oof. Because, yeah, they want to keep taking away our right to vote, but then turn around like, oh, I am going to be diving into the black pastor, ministers, evangelicals, bishops, and all this other stuff who are like, we're not taking away the black vote. We're giving it to the Christians. We're giving the Christian vote. Yeah, but American Christianity, the teachings of Christian, you know, culture, especially within African Americans, started off from slavery, started off from making sure African Americans or the back then slaves could not read, could not be educated. And if they could read, they could only read that they are supposed to be good slaves. Yeah. So I'm going to be and then a black pastor, I think, was the one who had that idea of let's make a gold statue of the orange man, but then turn around and say, oh, this is not based off of the Bible. You can't compare this to the. He's saying you can't compare apples to apples. He's saying we cannot compare apples to apples. Guys, they want us dumber. This is why they say, especially they tell women, go to college, but don't pay attention. Go to college, but just look for a man because they want us dumb as rocks. They want us dense. They want us to have, like, just no wonder on dating apps. I'm going to cover this soon too. And I'm actually working on something, but so many men, all they have are their inches. They hardly have a sense of humor. If they do, it's usually crude and disgusting and stupid. A lot of them. I'm not saying all, I'm saying a lot of them, especially the ones who they depend on their inches. They hardly have a personality or any hobbies or anything. It's like, and when they do talk about them, it's usually, oh, look at my, like, just what they're wearing, how they look, or it's like, okay, even when I say inches, like even their height, it's either their height or the height in their pants. So many men, because you do not know how many profiles I have seen, and like all there's in some of them, the only thing guys write are things like 6'1". That's all you need to know. Or that, and now I know you want me, or now you know I'm quality, or now I know you desire me. Over your height? No wonder I prefer short kings. No wonder I like the men that are like, no. It's like, because a lot of these men that are over, like, their egos and they have nothing of that. Like, and when I say value, I don't mean monetary. I mean, especially time wise, quality time is not quality. It's just time that I've wasted. It's like, remember that, like the story where my, like, so-called friends, fake friends, whatever, my past, they were turning no 25 or so. Yeah, I think what they were turning 25 years old, and they had this big party in Detroit or whatever, up on a roof of a bar, and they invited me or whatever, and I went, and one of the guys that they invited, I think he was invited, or he just, they didn't have nearly as many people come as they thought, so they were literally marketing and like going around asking people to come and pay the fee for the drinks and stuff like that. It was something, yeah. But anyways, there was this one guy that ended up being there somehow, some way. Oh, you have to give me your number. Oh, you have to give me a chance. You have to do this. Oh, you're single, so you have to give me a chance. You have to give me your number. You have to go out with me. You have to. Like, it was to a point where I'm just like, leave me alone. And I even try to go to the birthday people, be like, okay, can you please calm him down? But then the male host was just like, oh, well, we really need his money. He might try to ask for his money back, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Okay, one of your customers is like, you invited me and then you told me to get a ride from one of your friends so that I didn't have to pay the parking fee to save money. So now I'm stuck here because I want to leave, but I literally can't until and because they said they were going to give me a ride home. But then, if you've been listening, you already know what happened after. But this guy, and he was like, oh, he was like, look at me, how many men are you gonna, and he started talking about, I think he was like 6'4" or 5" or something. He was like, just look, and I'm looking at him like, I'm not even attracted to you. I wasn't even attracted to him. But it's like he kept on and he kept on, and then after the like 4 weeks kept calling me. And so I was just like, and then mental health, this is why like, parents, be careful what you tell your children, because sometimes they just give up and be like, fine, no one else wants me. That's the point I was at. It's like, because he would not leave me alone. I was like, fine, no one else wants me. And my mom keeps telling me, look at how you're dragging your feet. No one's going to want you. Look at you. Look at you. No one wants you. And I'm hearing that. And so, yes, I ended up talking to him. Nothing ever, thank God, nothing ever happened really. But I hung out with him a few times, and the conversation was terrible. He had nothing to talk about. He just wanted to see my body. He just wanted to see what our children would look like. That's the kind of garbage. It was just like, I don't know you. Okay, it's like you keep saying that you want my child. Like, you don't know me. That how stupid are you? But okay, all of that actually leads to my main subject today. And I will, no, well, I'll probably get to that part of it with the whole inches thing, because it's just like, men, get over yourselves. It's like, it's because of your DNA. You did nothing. You did absolutely nothing to contribute with that. And if you're one of those men who feel like you need to have surgery to add on inches, no, it's called get a sense of humor. It's called maybe get some education. It's called maybe some personality or expertise in something that you have a drive in, because a lot of women, we love when a guy is passionate. We love when a guy can have a conversation that we can embrace in or learn from, or we can ask questions, and it's not just something where it's like, oh, okay, uh-huh, right. What time is it? Dang it, only dang it, only 5 minutes past. So yeah, try that. Try adding value to yourself. We only have one life to live, and some of you guys who, if we were able to pawn, like, okay, no, that sounds like slavery, so I'm gonna stop there, but add value. Add value. Okay. Because since so many of these men don't know how to add value, and when they date women, they don't date a woman they find valuable. They find a woman that they think that will be like, yes, honey, you want another sandwich? Okay. Oh, you don't want me to work? Okay, I won't work. But it's like, and oh, you want kids? I'm gonna pop out as many kids as you want, and I'm gonna take care of the house for free, and I'm not gonna ask for anything and everything. Oh, you're gonna get my nails and hair done because you want me to be beautiful and stuff around so you can brag about me. You want me to be the trophy wife and stuff. But then as I have the kids, my body is aging and stretching and doing things, and I'm not looking like my youthful self back in the day. So now you're not looking at me as often and you don't desire me. Now you're looking at younger women that looks like how I did back in those years, but now you're telling me you want a divorce, and I did all that for free, and I don't have any work experience, and I don't have a resume or anything, and you're not going to give me, like, you literally put your name on all of the documents, on the mortgage and on the business or whatever, on investments and everything. So now I end up with nothing. And or if the woman was smart enough to the point where she would end up with something or end up with full custody of the kids, now he wants to take your life. That summarizes, because I've been watching on Disney Plus and Netflix. I mean, I'm a Dateline girl since I was, like, it's funny because even when I was in middle school, like, I would be right in front of the TV on Friday nights And my mom or dad, they were like, "What are you watching?" It was like, "You like this? You like watching this?" And during the crime, I'm like, "Oh no, but look into this and do this and do that." And sometimes it's like 10 minutes later they bring it up and I'm like, "I knew it. I knew it." And so, but yeah. And when I went and interviewed for the FBI, I already told that story like a year and a half or 2 years ago, whatever. Yeah. They were impressed by me. They were very impressed by me, but disability, disability. Yeah, people tell us to work, but then we try mm. And trust. Oh, if you haven't been listening to throughout my videos, oh, I've worked. I'm working. Yeah, it's like I work and I'm self yeah. It's like let's just say I've never not worked either independent contractor or the stereotypical 9 to 5 or and yeah a lot of independent contractor or even being a nanny and or something like a lot of self-employment now because yeah, don't forget to check out the Patreon. Of course I have to mention that I have over 1,000 posts from dating nightmares, river of racism, a lot of a lot of new river of racism is being posted. And the candles, I'm going to have some really cool updates with the candles and officially starting the other channel, I think possibly next week, so I'm really excited about that. And the greeting cards, yeah, so it's going to be the activity books, novels, children's books, candles, greeting card, yeah, that. So yeah, let's just say I'm busy. And then I'm thinking about starting the podcast back. I haven't done an episode on the podcast in about 2 years because trying to do all of this stuff and then disability life, which I'm still, yeah. If you don't know, just catch up. Just catch up. Yeah. I have over 700 episodes. I have over 700 episodes. So but I'm going to be covering a lot of river racism soon because the orange man just loves calling black women dumb and idiots. Oh, he loves that, even though we are the most educated demographic in this country, even though both black women were bringing up really good points and showing that they were paying attention and listening, because that's one thing we know how to do, which is one reason why a lot of black men don't want to date us, because when they cheat on us, deceive us, lie on us, lie to us or on us and things like that. Yeah. We're patty. We're patty. Sip sip. Patty. But and that's why like a lot of these men they can't handle some of us women because especially with black women, we've learned we have to add value to ourselves. Either education or talents or qualities and or I mean there's so many different ways. There's no specific way. It's like I'm attracted to certain type because of how I am. But at the same time, I applaud so many different types. Like those who are very talented athletically, I applaud because yeah, I literally can't anymore. Like it's like I was a very good runner, but for some reason I couldn't. Yeah, now I know disability. Tennis. Oh yeah, it's like my tennis coach hated me. And near the end, I started to have like it's like at my church. I'm like, dang, it's a sin to hate, but dang, this woman is terrible. But it was funny because when I kept like I forgot what you call it, but when I would serve, I would get it right at the corner line, right on it. And I do it over and over again. And I pissed off so many of the girls because like, but the coach would just watch, like, she was like, how is she doing this? It's like, cause yeah, she didn't think I was that talented, but I was talented. But since my disabilities, like I couldn't, yeah. So, but I'm working on something so that I can start playing again. So it probably won't be until next year. It might be this year, but it'll be late this anyway. Anyways, but I'm working on it. So, anyways, Yeah, remember, my channel is as messy as my life, and especially for those with disabilities, I make sure, like, when I have a moment, I want to catch up. I want to put out, like, don't give up. And yeah, life can be crappy with disability. People don't look at you the same. A lot of times they look down on you, and they tell you to work 1 minute, but then they tell you to stay home the next, because they don't want to work with you. They don't want to work beside you. They don't want to be associated. They don't want anything to do with you. But then at the same time, they don't want you to be home. So, as a Black woman with a disability, and dating and watching these men and watching Dateline and watching so many of these shows that talk about how people eliminate, and all the times it's the husband and sometimes the wife. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's always the husband. Ooh, some of these wives. Ooh, and it kind of reminds me of some of my ex girlfriends or ex wives or whatever. Ooh, especially my current one. Ooh, especially my current one. I have nothing nice to say about her. Absolutely nothing nice to say about her. Okay. Yeah, and anyway, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Okay. But just think of that. Okay, just so this comes with experience, because with one of them, I still will never forget when she told her children that once the orange man becomes president, she can't wait to buy me as a slave and whip me until I perish. Yeah, that's only one of the racist things she said. But when people break up with other people, they want that person to hurt, and they want the next person that person's dating to hurt. Why? I don't know. I'm not one of those people. That's the funny part. When I break up with somebody, I celebrate. Guys, wake up. If you have freedom from somebody, wake the crap up. Celebrate. Be happy you're not with, especially if you're the one that broke up with them. Oh, if you're the one that filed the divorce papers, hint, hint, wink, wink, you're supposed to be celebrating. You're the one that's supposed to be celebrating, not hunting down other people, right? But watching a lot of these crime shows, it's like seeing the desperation, seeing the hate and the vile, seeing the corruption, seeing the plot, seeing the just when they go low, oh, they go to hell. That's where they go. It's just like, oh, oh, like what? Because there's, okay, not all of them are like eliminations, because there's this one series on Disney Plus. They have like different versions of like, but they're based off betrayal. There's a betrayal podcast going on, but then some of them are based off like betrayal Dateline episodes too. But with the podcast one, there's one where I relate to so badly, and it shows and proves one reason how with Puff Daddy, how that young lady stayed with him for so long. I relate to her so much. I think that's one reason when I watched it the first, because I'm going to watch it again. I just need, trauma wise, it's like it reminded me of so much trauma that I went through with Mr. Lakaki. But when so many people say, why did she stay? She should have just left. But then they don't remember the most dangerous time to leave in a relationship, or the most dangerous time in a relationship is when you leave, is when you divorce, is when you break up. That is the most dangerous time. And I don't know if Mr. No Heart would have done anything, because he threatened to break up with me a few times because he wasn't going to have his way. And that's how he had the control of me. And that's why, like, even researching with articles and then putting the articles in AI, then I typed out what happened. Like, I'm going to redo it because I didn't know that, I should post this on Patreon. But the ABUSC, I didn't know that was ABUSC. I didn't know the manipulation and everything. I didn't know. And then once I broke up with him, he was all the way pissed off. I'm so glad it happened during COVID because it's like, oh, and let's just say, yeah, he would have never showed up anyway. Yeah, it's like he was never man enough to actually like want to come and talk to me like a human being. Yeah, yeah. And after I broke up with him, this is how I know when people break up with people, they love to throw out hate. They love to just drag. They love to dehumanize. Because one of the first things he said once I made sure he knew it was officially over, you don't even know what you're diagnosed with. Yeah, that's what he said to me. Even though by that time I believe I was diagnosed at least 3 to 6 months. I think it might have only been one or two. See, like, yeah, I don't like. I think I was celebrate. I mean, it was a very hard emotional celebration, but I will never remember, or I'll never forget when I officially decided I was going to break up with him. Because let's see, after the surgery, I got home and I kept catching him in lies, and he didn't care. He did not give a crap about me. No. And I asked him to just drop off my belongings because it was the winter time and I wanted my blanket because of one of my other disabilities or disorder. Yeah, he refused. He said no. This will like help you be determined to get strong enough to drive to me. That was his response. It's like basically he's manipulating me, blackmailing, trying to and he was like, my property. He still has my waffle maker, but and I have thoughts, but what I want to say will be too mean and too rude. I'll save it for another day. I'll let the rudeness fume until it'll be worth drag. Yeah, it'll be worth dragging. But I went through so much, and he did not care. And I helped him through so many things. And he acted like I should just help him more. He still wanted me to help him. Even after everything he ignored, everything he dismissed, everything. Like, remember about Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Remember though, like a couple weeks after Super Bowl and even Christmas. It's like so many of these, like, well, I'll say people. I've only dated men, so I only know about the men. And like I'll say it's like 80% men, 20% women on these criminal episodes that I've been watching, because the one that I connect with trauma wise is like I need to watch the P Diddy one again because I want to break it down to have a full on series. But there's this one case where they were these college sweethearts. They were dating for 3 years because the young lady was a year younger than him, so she was a year behind. So they were in love and everything and blah, blah, blah. But after he graduated, she was like, you know what? Let's just do our own thing. And her family, her parents were shocked. He was shocked and stuff like that. But she was just like, it was needed. She ends up having a wonderful, beautiful career. And he ends up, serving for the country, like in the band and stuff. and being a high school teacher teaching media because they met in the media department at the university. And I think he did like something else too. But then he also like, or he ended up getting married, having kids, and 20 years later, he found her, or that he didn't find her, but he wrote her, said he was divorced, wanted another, he wanted to see if she was going to be in New York or whatever. And he's been following her career, which part of me I'm just like, oh, why? Why? But then even with Mr. No Heart, like he found out about my channel. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Mm. And even he was like, you can call me so that I can know what property. He knows exactly what property is mine. Yeah, well, he knows what's his, but he knows exactly which of my property he should be dropping off at my house. He know, like, the waffle maker is with my money, my credit card, and my blanket that I bought during my first master's to no, actually no, beginning of my second master's to keep me warm while I wrote my papers. And then there's a pillowcase. I think it's like teal, like a very, very light teal color. And there's a couple other things, but he knows exactly what items. And I'm saying this right here, right now, because if he decides to continue listening to my episodes, now he can't say that he doesn't know. Now he can't say he doesn't know because he knows exactly which items are my property. But he went so, like, for some reason, he wants me to call him. He refuses to call me. He has my number, he has my contact information, but a lot of people, especially men, they love control. They love control. When and this is one reason why men get so frustrated when women file for the divorce. Like when women ask, can you take the trash out? Can you empty the dishwasher? Can you help out with the kids? Can you help with this? Or, oh, the lawn's getting longer and blah, blah, blah. But then the guy doesn't do it. But then the woman, she's reminding and reminding over and over and over again until she gets quiet because she is tired. But then the man gets upset when she's filing for a divorce because she's exhausted. And then he wants to say, you should have told me what to do when she kept telling you what to do, but then you were too lazy, or you didn't take her, or you took her for granted, or you didn't appreciate her efforts, and or her trying to balance and trying to stay sane and trying not to have an anxiety attack and everything like that, trying to hold the family together, trying not to want to yell at you every night. Because some men are like, oh, she keeps doing this, she keeps having an attitude, she keeps, maybe because you're not being a good partner. Maybe because you don't know how to cooperate. Maybe because you don't know how to communicate. Maybe because you don't know how to be a real man, a partner, a supporter. Some men just think, oh, if I make enough money, oh, if I do certain things in the bedroom, oh, if I'm tall enough, oh, if I have enough inches, that's all I need. No, that's stupid. That's dumb. That's ignorant. That's poorly educated, which we have a lot of poorly educated people in this country. And that's how we ended up with the situation we got in this White House right now. But I will, oh yeah, I'm going to need a part two. But just know that they ended up getting married. Yeah, they ended up getting married and they got a house. But she didn't even know that the same week they got married, he cheated on her. He cheated on her the same exact week they got married. And it reminds me of Mr. Lakake. His wife still doesn't, like, she wrote me like these stupid messages because I'm looking at her like, you're real dumb. Because she was like, come get your shoes. And she doesn't realize Lakake cheated on me with these girls wearing my shoes, doing disgusting things with those shoes. I don't want my shoes. She doesn't know that side of the story though. She doesn't want to because she wants to see me as a bad person. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.